The clothes in my closet are not mine. I live alone. I first noticed it 3 weeks ago. I was searching for my favorite grey sweater, the one I always wear when the weather turns chilly. I pushed aside a few shirts, and there it was, a royal blue, button down that I've never seen before. Men's size medium, not my size, not my style, not mine. I stood there for a minute, hangers squeaking as my hand froze mid-search. I live alone in a one-bedroom apartment. No roommates, no significant other, no family living with me. Just me, myself, and apparently someone else's shirt. I rationalized it. Maybe it belonged to my ex who moved out 6 months ago. But Tom never wore blue, said it clashed with his complexion. Maybe it was a thrift store purchase I'd forgotten about. Maybe a friend left it after staying over. I couldn't remember anyone staying over recently, but it seemed like the most logical explanation. I took the shirt off the hanger, folded it, and put it in a bag for goodwill. Problem solved. Except the next day it was back. Same shirt, same hanger, same spot in my closet. I distinctly remembered putting it in the donation bag. I even remembered placing the bag by my front door. But the bag was gone, and the shirt was back. I'm not the type of person who scares easily. I've lived alone for years, and I'm comfortable with it. I don't jump at shadows or imagine footsteps in the night, but finding that shirt again set off alarm bells in my head. I searched the entire apartment, checked locks on doors and windows. Everything was secure. No signs of forced entry, no evidence that anyone had been in my apartment besides me. I took the shirt and threw it in the dumpster behind my building, 3 floors down, buried under bags of garbage. I watched it disappear under a pizza box before walking away. 2 days passed without incident. I started to think I'd imagined the whole thing, or that I'd simply forgotten about the shirt the first time I tried to get rid of it. Then I opened my closet to get ready for work, and there wasn't just one unfamiliar item, there were 3. The blue shirt was back. Alongside it hung a charcoal grey blazer and a pair of dark jeans with a designer label I couldn't afford. All men's clothes, all approximately the same size, all neatly arranged between my own clothes, as if they belonged there. I took them all down and examined them carefully. No names written inside, no distinct smells, no clues as to who they might belong to. They looked new or nearly new, something a professional might wear to an office job. That night, I installed a small security camera facing my closet. It wasn't fancy, just a basic model that would record if it detected movement. I didn't tell anyone about it. I didn't tell anyone about the clothes either. It sounded too crazy, like I was losing track of my own possessions or my own memory. The camera recorded nothing unusual for 3 days straight. No midnight visitors rearranging my closet. No ghostly apparitions hanging shirts. Just normal footage of me opening and closing the closet door. On the 4th morning, I found a pair of polished leather dress shoes on the floor of my closet. The security footage showed nothing, just an empty closet at 2 a.m. Then the same view at 2 a.m., but with shoes that hadn't been there before, as if they had materialized between frames. I called my landlord the day, asking if anyone else had keys to my apartment. She assured me that only she had a spare and it was locked in her office. I asked if a previous tenant had ever reported anything strange. She laughed and said that the previous tenant had been an elderly woman who lived there for 20 years without complaint. That night I stayed up watching the closet with my own eyes. I sat in a chair facing it, lights on, determined to catch whatever was happening in the act. I must have dozed off around 3:08 a.m. because I woke up at sunrise with a blanket over Method, had been in my bedroom when I started my vigil. Inside the closet, the clothes had multiplied again. A complete outfit now hung there. Shirt, tie, jacket, pants. Like an invisible man was standing among my belongings. I took all the clothes down again, this time photographing each item. I packed them into a suitcase I never use and took them to a donation center across town. I watched as the worker carried the suitcase to the back of the store. Then I went home and locked the closet door. 2 nights later, I woke up at 2 a.m. exactly. I hadn't set an alarm, but something pulled me from sleep with absolute precision. My bedroom was dark, but I could feel that something had changed. The air felt heavier, like the barometric pressure had dropped. Suddenly, I reached for the lamp beside my bed, but before I could turn it on, I heard it, the distinctive sound of coat hangers sliding against the metal rod in my closet. The locked closet. I lay frozen, listening to the soft clink of hangers, the rustle of fabric, then silence. I counted to 100 before finding the courage to turn on the light. The closet door was still locked. I opened it with shaking hands. Inside was a complete wardrobe. Not just a few items now, but an entire collection. Suits, shirts, casual wear, shoes lined up on the floor, all men's clothes, all the same size. My clothes were still there, pushed to one side to make room. As I stood staring, my phone buzzed with a notification. An email had just arrived at 2 a.m. It was from an address I didn't recognize, just a string of numbers and letters. The subject line read, "Thank you for the space." The body of the email contained just 3 sentences. "I died in that closet 5 years ago. Heart attack while getting dressed. For work, no one found me for days." I didn't sleep the rest of that night. In the morning, I called the landlord again and asked directly if anyone had died in my apartment. She hesitated before denying it, but her pause told me everything. I've made peace with my situation now. Morning, the outfit that was laid out the night before is gone, presumably worn for the day. Every evening around 7 p.m., I hear the hangers moving as the day's clothes are put away. We've established a routine, this ghost and I. I've left a note in the closet offering to share the space respectfully. The clothes continue to appear, but now they stick to one side, leaving room for mine. Sometimes I find the closet light on when I know I turned it off, or a drawer left slightly open. Last week I came home to find my grey sweater, the one I've been looking for. Originally laid out neatly on my bed, it had been missing for months and suddenly it was back. Freshly laundered and folded with careful precision, I hung it in the closet next to a blue button-down shirt that isn't mine. Because sometimes the company of a ghost is better than living completely alone. If you're still watching, you're brave. But nightmares have a way of following you. So before the darkness creeps in again, make sure to hit that like button, share this tale with someone who dares to listen, and subscribe for more nightmares every week. Until next time, sleep tight if you can.